Hey, what's up everybody, the Fish Tank Guy here, and today I'm coming at you with another video moving my fish tanks from my old house to my new house. Now, it's actually been almost a month since I've moved into my new house, and I still have two fish tanks in my old place. The first being the 10-gallon Nano Reef, and the biggie being the 29-gallon BioCube, which I'm going to be moving out tomorrow. But I'm saving the best or the biggest pain in the butt for last, which is that one. So today I'm going to be talking about the 10-gallon Nano Reef. Hopefully the video won't be too long, but I'll just give you guys a couple tips and talk you through a few of the things about the tank. Now keep in mind that I have not done almost anything with this tank besides feed the fish for about 4 weeks. So if you're ever wondering, like, hey, can I let these tanks go? Yeah, you can let them go for a while and they'll be okay. But you will see some things start to happen that aren't good. You know, some coral might die off. Or they're going to close up, they won't look great, that kind of thing. So I'll take you through the tank really quick, and then I'll give you some advice on what you should do when moving a system like this one that has a sump attached. Okay, so here is the 10-gallon Nano Reef. Everything is looking okay for the most part. This guy is looking real good. That guy's all closed up. This guy is somewhere in the middle. That guy right there fell over some weeks ago, bleached, and is dead. These guys are looking okay. All that stuff back there is looking okay also. It's not doing too bad. You'll see the tank has a lot of algae on it, things like that. Two clownfish are doing well. I have not announced what their names are yet, but I'll do that in an upcoming video. And if you look at the return line up there, you're seeing a lot of air come through, because if you look down here at the sump, my water level over here is very low, right? It's supposed to be kind of right about here. That's where it should be, but it's not there. And if you'll notice, the sump in general is just really yucky. That thing looks bad. That has a bunch of salt built up, and this is from weeks and weeks of not paying attention to it, right? So the first thing you want to do is you want to top off your system. You want to make sure your salinity is where it is before you move everything, because essentially you're going to be separating your display tank from your sump. So during that time when you don't have your system up and running, you want to make sure that your salinity level is where it should be, so all of your creatures and things in your main display tank are, you know, as comfortable as they can be given the circumstances. So I'm going to fill this guy up and then we will go from there. Okay, so now my system isn't exactly where it should be, but to be honest with you, I only brought 1 gallon of RODI water with me, so that's all the more I'm putting in there for now, right? So essentially all you need to do with a setup like this is turn off your pumps and disconnect your two tanks from each other. Now, in my circumstance, my sump barely fit into this cabinet. I don't know if you can tell, right? But it's right up against the sides. It's right up, well, this you can't see over there, but it's right up against it. So in order for me to actually take it out of the stand, I would have to tip it sideways and pull it out, which I do not want to do. So I'm going to move the stand with the sump in it, and I'm essentially going to drain the sump as far down as I can. The chambers 1 and 3, I'm going to basically empty, and the middle chamber, I will drain it all the way down, so most of the rock is still covered, but beyond that, it's going to be pretty much drained out. So from there, it's essentially just like moving your other tank that I showed you in the previous video. I'm going to put some of my packing bubbler things, packaging bubble bags in the tank to prevent all the sloshing around. I'll do the same down there, and then I'll find a good spot for them in the car and transfer them to the new place and show you what it looks like all set up. So I'm going to do a little bit of that. I'm going to shut off the system, take the light off at the top, disassemble the pumps, and drain this display tank and show you guys where we're at that point. Okay, so as you can see, I have about half of the water drained out of the display tank. Now, this is all going to be dependent on your setup and your situation, but I want to try to keep the rocks in the tank as they are. Now, because they don't go too high up in the water, I think I'll be able to manage carrying it with this much water. I will put the lid on and the bubble packaging things in there, because this amount of water is going to slosh around a lot. But as you can see, every coral, I did it basically down as far as I could, and all the corals are still in water. So that's one really important thing. Now, if you have to take your rocks out or manipulate them so all of your corals are in water during transit, that is the best possible thing to do. So you want to make sure you do that. Okay, you can now see that I have the middle chamber drained, the first chamber is almost drained, the third chamber is still drained, and man, is it a mess. It is totally disgusting. Like I said, I haven't cleaned it out in a long time. That's going to be quite the undertaking when I get it to the new place. But up top here, I have removed the light. And now for some of the plumbing, which can be a little bit tricky if you've actually connected everything completely, but I luckily have not. So if you look down there, the connection to the pump is just vinyl tubing. It's not glued or anything like that, so I will disconnect that there for that piece. And this piece right here is just sitting, resting on the lip of the tank going into that filter sock, so I can actually take that whole pipe and the overflow box and keep it separate. So I will basically be removing the overflow box and the line down to the sump as one piece, and I will be taking out the return line as one piece, so I can easily pick up the display tank and take it out to the car, and then pick up the cabinet here. So I am going to do that now, and I will show you guys what everything looks like in the car. Alright guys, I am not gonna lie, that was not fun at all. But the only reason it wasn't fun is because my vehicle is too small to do stuff like this. As you can see, I got the stand in the back seat, but I kind of thought that it would fit on the floor, but it wouldn't fit on the floor. So I had to jam it onto the seat, and it barely fit to the point where I had to roll the window down to be able to shut the door. So that's there. That guy is back there, and woo, I am a little bit warm. Yeah, I'm a little bit sweaty. So I grabbed an extra hang-on back filter that I had in the garage. I'm going to take it with me, and more than likely, I'm going to leave this cabinet in the car tonight because I'm going to break my back if I try to get it out of here. So I will show you guys the tank after I get it set up and moved into the new place. And just a reminder, in this situation, I only have 2 fish in the tank. They get along together pretty nicely, so I didn't need to take them out and bag them separately. And I think I'm going to try to do that with my BioCube also, but we'll see how it goes. So I'll be right back after the break and show you guys how everything got set up. All right, see you soon. Okay, so I finally got the tank set up and running, and I'm actually filming this part of the video multiple days later because the day of I was just beat, tired from moving everything and getting everything set up. But I actually decided to pull the cabinet out of the car the same day and basically get everything in order the way you see it right now. So the tank is looking good. Everything is set up. The tank has not even been cleaned though, right? However, you'll notice that that guy's looking pretty good. I actually just turned the lights on. This guy's looking pretty good. Sorry for the glare there. Those guys are just starting to wake up right now. But the tank is looking pretty nice. The sump down here, I don't have the lights on again, but it's looking a lot better, despite not having gone through and actually taken the time to clean it out yet. So, all of my coral are very happy, my fish are happy, despite the bumpy ride from the old house to the new house. So, all is well. So, I'd like to thank you guys for checking out this video and my channel. If you like what you see, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Or subscribe if you have not already. If you have any comments or opinions or questions, go ahead and leave them in the comment section below. And until a future Fish Tank Guy video, I will see you guys soon.